Hi, welcome to another episode of Amputee Outdoors. I'm your host Glenn, and today we're on the eastern side of the Cascades, not too far from Cle Ellum. And I'm going to be setting up my camp here in these trees. We're going to have a Klondike event for the Boy Scouts. And what I'm going to do this weekend is try out two new things that I got. One, a set of straps with a built-in buckle, which is kind of cool and different for me because normally I use the center rings, and a camp chair. Now you're probably thinking, Glenn, a camp chair is not going to work in the snow. It'll sink into the snow. It would if you don't have either a DIY or a bought from like Amazon or something kind of cloth pad that you put on the legs of the camp chair. I'll show you what I mean when I get it all set up. But right now, I'm going to get my camp set up. I'm going to pack down the snow, and then I'm going to set up my camp. So just hold on. It's all packed down the best that I can with my snowshoes on. Now, why do we do that? Well, the snow's about 1.5 feet deep. If I don't pack it down, every time I take a step, I'm going to post hole. I don't want to do that, especially with my prosthetic leg. So, pack it all down in the snow so that when you're walking around on it after you're taking your snowshoes off, it's a lot easier and a lot easier to work with and not risk post holing and falling into the snow, okay? All right, now we're going to get the hammock setup and the Rainfly between these two trees. Hold on for a second there as I get things out of my backpack and set that up. Okay, so these are my new straps. These are NCal Outfitters straps, and I believe they're 12 feet long. I got them on Amazon, where everybody gets everything these days. Anyway, these straps, I got them because of two reasons. One, they come with reflective thread sewn into them, 3 strips of reflective thread to make them easy to see in the night with your light shining on them. Second, they come with these buckles, and I'll bring the camera in a little later to show you what these buckles look like and how they work. But right now I'm just going to get it set up and we'll start there, okay? Hang on. Oh, by the way, I also brought extra straps just in case. You never know. Those away. All right. Well, I can tell already I'm coming up a little short. All right, extra strap time. You may recognize these from some of my other videos. These are the straps that I put together. These are rated to like 5,000 pounds. And I've had very, very good luck with these. I've never had any real stretching or anything with these. I really like them. They're dirty, they're worn, they've got a few miles on them, but I love them. All right, I should be okay now. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's what we want. Just tighten this up here on this buckle. that. There's that. Well, it looks okay, but let's sit in it and check, shall we? Nope, got to get a lot tighter or higher up the tree. I got a lot of distance between these two trees, and I'm thinking, in fact, maybe I'll switch to these two trees here. And this is one of the things about doing hammocks, the fiddle factor. Every once in a while you got to kind of play around with the engineering to get it just right. I enjoy doing that. Not everybody does, but if you do, hammocks are a lot of fun. That's better, but I need to be higher up the tree. This is just where I want to be. The height that I'm at, I'm sitting like I am in a chair. My knees are about a 90-degree angle. It's just where I want to be. Yep, time to set up the rainfly now before it starts raining or snowing. My rainfly in its DIY bag, and what I've also got is my alien loop thingies. I painted one side of each of them red so that if I drop it on the ground, I hopefully can see it and don't lose them because they're kind of small. So this is the Roman Ventures rainfly. It's huge. It's like 13 feet. 13 feet long. It's awesome. I love it. Because what it means is that, yes, it's heavier to carry around, but you already know I'm not a light gear kind of guy necessarily. I don't do ultralight. I like to save some weight, but I'm not ultralight. But comfort for me is the key thing. So when I get out here, I put up my big, huge rainfly. All my stuff is completely covered. I have a nice porch, and I'm protected from the elements. And I modded this slightly so that I can close the ends off with buttons to give me complete protection when I do need it. I don't think I will tonight, but if I need to, I'll have it. All right, first, continuous ridge line with prusik knots. Let's get that set up. All right, so I got the ridge lines, the continuous ridge line set up for my rainfly, and you probably notice that I've got a lot of extra string here. There's a reason for that, because I've gone on some campouts where the trees are like 10 feet around and they're 20 feet apart, and so I use up every inch of all that footage just to be able to set up the ridge line, the continuous line for my tarp. Maybe a little excessive, but it's better than not having enough, than having too much. Not too much, but enough too much. You know what I mean, right? Okay, good. All right, I've got that set up. Now I'm going to set up the actual Rainfly itself. So what I've got on the middle part of the Rainfly is these two little loops, one at each end, made from reflective cord, and they are going to attach where I've got each prusik. It's a green screen. You'll notice it completely covers my hammock. I mean, I've got lots of footage of this end here where I can hang extra gear, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hang up my backpack and all my other stuff, keep it up off the snow and keep it dry. Alright, so that's my Rainfly and hammock setup. Now I'm going to bring the camera in close, show those details I promised you, okay? Okay, my camera doesn't focus very well. Anyway, hopefully you can see that there. Grizzly straps from Cle Outfitters. This is the buckle. It's very easy to use. I had to do it, undo it a couple of times, play around with it just to get used to it. And that only took about 2 attempts, then I got used to it. It was very easy to use. I didn't have to fiddle with it. Much easier than using descender rings. I like this. And I like also the fact that it's got, you know, this reflective material sewn in there. We'll see how well that works tonight. The strap looks good, pretty heavy duty. I'm not expecting much in the way of stretch out of this. This is my alien loop setup for my continuous line, and then I've got the prusik knot there, and this little dealy bob here. I don't know what these are called, but they're very handy, and I got them in bright red, so if I drop them on me, they're easy to find. And then the Rainfly attached there with just that loop. And there's the carabiner holding it all together. Now this isn't set up quite the way it's supposed to be. I've just looped it around the tree and then both loops connecting to the carabiner, but that's okay, it works just fine. Now we go down and in to the hammock. You can see I've got lots of room down there. I've got headroom because I'm walking here without, you know, having to crouch really, just kind of bow my head. Let me pull this around so you can see how much room I've got there. That's how much room I've got with this Rainfly. That's one of the reasons I like the Roman Ventures 13-footer. There's the other end with the prusik knot, a little hitch and a loop. And again, my alien loop. All right, and yes, a whole lot of extra string left over. All right, let me bring you in now and show you those spikes, the snow spikes. They're very simple. I've got the reflective line wrapped around there, and all it is, like I said, it's a 1.5 piece of PVC cut in half, notches rounded off on the edges so it doesn't like catch on things or snag things, and then just wrap the line around it and then tension it like you would normally. And I've used this setup a few times now in the snow, and it works really well. I've experimented and I found those spikes worked best. I did try using snow bags or sticks buried in the snow. Those didn't always work as much as I would like. So I've gone with these snow spikes and they work really well. They also work really well in soft ground like sand or something like that. All right, so this is where we're at. As you can see, it's got a nice layer of snow everywhere. we're about 1.5 feet where I am. And the rest of the scout troop should be showing up soon, so I need to get ready for that. And I'll check with you guys later. Okay, so we got a cold front coming in. It's supposed to drop down to 25, 7 to 8 hours of snow. So the Boy Scouts have decided, rather than risk it, because some of the Scouts weren't prepared as they could have been, and some of them were already very wet and very cold, rather than put the Scouts at risk, we're getting home. So if this video has been useful to you, and you've enjoyed the information I've provided here, and if you like it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and as always, my friends, I hope to see you out on the trails, maybe in the snow, staying warm and dry. See you out there.